You're proud of your Well, thank you for that great introduction. I tell you, the night has been wonderful, and thank y'all for being here. You know, I was talking at the table, and I do have some prepared words. I want to kind of deviate from the script if you want to follow it a little bit. I was telling them, hey, do you understand what the 21st even does today? And what we have done, grown from your legacy, and what you have built for us. We as the 21st Space Wing actually cover 13 time zones today. We're just like the old British Empire. The sun never sets where our units are. We go from Diego Garcia up to Thule, Greenland, even into Stavanger, Norway, over to Hawaii, all through the United States, from Socorro, New Mexico, up to Alaska, North Dakota, even down to Florida. We actually have 2 squadrons that are deployed right now. One over in the CENTCOM theater, serving over in Iraq and Afghanistan. We have actually one over in the PACOM area as well, doing things over there. At any given time, about a little bit under 5,000 people who's assigned to this wing, over a quarter of those people are actually deployed at any one time. Every day, our guys are going to the fight and delivering and building upon y'all's legacy. But I'm glad you came to Peterson Air Force Base. And as we were discussing with Dr. Joe, it was like 12 years ago was the last time you came to Peterson. And the next time you do come, please, we'll coordinate better, and we'll actually give you a mission brief and give you some tours and show you exactly what the 21st Space Wing does and how we have grown and developed from your roots. But on behalf of all the airmen here at the 21st Space Wing, we thank you for your service, your dedication, and your sacrifice. Winston Churchill once said, you make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. And you're living proof of this motto. In the Air Force and probably all services, we like to think we can do anything, but we know we can't do everything. And it's our families who step in when we can't. And it's that tremendous support we receive from our families that enables our military to be the greatest this world has ever known. And here tonight, I know there's a lot of family members who gave that support. And one in particular is Miss Jamie Schmidt. Her father was James Stapleton, who was a pilot, and he served in the 21st. And that legacy of serving continues today because her daughter, Colonel Kim Connor, sitting right there at that table, now serves as the commander of the 21st Mission Support. As I was preparing for the night, I thought about the rich history of the 21st and the heroes that made the wing and its legacy. Now, hero is a word we hear in the media, most commonly involving sports. And in this day and age, perhaps we use that label a little too freely when looking deep into what a hero really is and what they really stand for. Within the 21st, past and present, there are individuals who clearly meet the definition and many who go beyond. Now, the 21st Fighter Bomber Wings, Major Harry Krim and Captain Willis Matthews, each of the 531st Fighter Squadron, earned the distinct honor of being called an ace with a confirmed 5 or more kills. Major Krim and Captain Matthews, they are heroes. And on 22nd July 2005, a military working dog handler, Technical Sergeant Jamie Dana of the 21st Security Forces Squadron, was awarded a Purple Heart after her Humvee made contact with an IED in Iraq. And along with her in that attack was her military working dog, Rex, who was also injured. And because of the bond and dedication between handler and dog, Sergeant Dana wanted to adopt Rex. But this was prohibited because of a federal law that still classified Rex as a highly trained military asset. However, after their plight hit the headlines, Congress changed that law, allowing adoption of dogs before their working lives were over. President George W. Bush signed the bill that allowed Sergeant Dana to adopt Rex, and President Bush went on to invite Sergeant Dana and Rex to his 2006 State of the Union address, where they sat as guests of First Lady Laura Bush. Sergeant Dana and Rex, they are heroes as well. And these four heroes, and thousands more within the 21st, represent all that is great and true about our country today, and all have carried the flag of liberty and courage into battle. Let me say, how grateful we are again to each of you for your service to our great country. The U.S. military is again ranked #1 in Gallup's annual confidence and institutions list. And it has been since 1998. And since its initial 1975 measure, the military has been ranked #1 or #2. And that persistency to strive for excellence does not just happen. It takes years to build, and is built on the shoulders of giants. And those giants are you that are sitting in this audience tonight. Thank you again, and God bless each of you, and God bless this great nation. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all aware that we've had very positive contact with our grandsons of 21st basemen. Those of you who served in Chambley in the 21st Fighter Bomber Wing as grandfathers and grandmothers of these great guys that are serving our nation today. I would like to ask, and I know we have several present, how many of you served at Chambley Air Base or were part of the 21st Bomber Wing? I'm talking about our spouses, I'm talking about daughters, and I'm talking about granddaughters. Would you please rise? Talking about the wives and the children and grandchildren. Look at these great folks here tonight. These ladies served us so admirably and provided the support that we all needed during those times. Thank you very much. Colonel, we'd like to recognize you formally with a special gift to the men and women of the 21st Baseway, United States Air Force Base Command. Please come forward. If you look at the history of the United States forces in Europe, you will not find a book such as this, other than the one that was provided by Lieutenant Colonel retired Jerry McCall, who served at Lyon Air Base, France, during the 1950s. He penned this book, which tells the story of the U.S. Air Force in France in the 1950s and 1960s. We'd like to provide you this gift for the men and women of the 21st Base Command. We thank you very much for hosting us. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for continuing the heritage that these ladies and gents started several years ago, beginning with our good friend Colonel George Stokes in 1944 and his predecessor. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Dr. David Bullock, front and center. Many of you know David. He has attended previous reunions, briefed us a couple of times, and this is the second time that he's been with us. He clearly is an honorary member of the 21st Fighter Bomber Wing, on top of being an honorary Chambleyite, and on top of that being, of course, the historian of the 21st Base Wing. The last, how many years now altogether have you been here at the 21st?
15 or 16.
15, 16 years. Okay, but we're not counting.
20 years.
Clearly, he is an honorary member of this reunion. Thank you very much. We're going to present this special gift to the Air Force, the 21st Base Command History Office. We know that you will treasure this. This truly tells the story of the Air Force, including those from the 21st Fighter Bomber Wing, the 122nd Tactical Fighter Wing, and the, correct me if I'm wrong, we had an EV-66 unit that was also at Chambley in the 60s. The story of these men and women as well there at Chambley. We thank you very much for all of your continuing support over these past several years. Thank you, David.